My fiancée said, "You knew I had debt when you met me. It's part of the package." I said, "True." Then I sat down with a lawyer to discuss packages. She found out what that meant when the prenup arrived. I, 32 male, proposed to my girlfriend Ashley, 29, 6 months ago. We'd been together for 3 years, and honestly, I thought I knew what I was signing up for. Sitting here now with a glass of whiskey and a stack of legal documents, I realize I almost made the biggest financial mistake of my life. When Ashley and I met, she was upfront about having student loans. 6 figures, she'd said with that cute, embarrassed laugh. I made good money as a software engineer, and I was smitten. Money wasn't everything, right? What she didn't mention was that 6 figures meant $147,000. Or that she'd been on income-based repayment for 5 years and the balance had actually grown. Or that she had another $23,000 in credit card debt. Or that her car loan was underwater by $8,000. I found all this out gradually. First year together it was, "I'm a little short this month, babe." Second year, I was covering most dates, trips, everything really. By year 3, I was basically paying for our entire lifestyle while her money went somewhere. The proposal happened because I loved her. Still do, probably. Got her a nice ring, paid cash, thank God, planned the whole romantic thing. She said yes, posted it everywhere, started planning immediately. Last week we were discussing wedding budgets. That's when she said it. "Ashley, so I'm thinking 150 guests, destination wedding, maybe Cabo? That's probably like $50K minimum." Yeah, but weddings are investments in our future. Speaking of our future, we should probably talk about finances. Once we're married, how do we handle your debt? Laughing. What do you mean? It becomes our debt. That's what marriage is. All $178,000 of it? You knew I had debt when you met me. It's part of the package. If you loved me, this wouldn't even be a question. True. That word hung there. True. She was right. I did know, and she just shown me exactly how she viewed our future financial partnership. Besides, with your salary, we can knock it out in like 5 years. We? Well, yeah, I obviously can't pay it on what I make. That's why marriage is so beautiful. We support each other. She made $38 as a social media coordinator, spent probably $45 based on her lifestyle. The math had never mathed, but love is blind, and I'm apparently stupid. That night, I couldn't sleep. Did some spreadsheet work. Her debt, at current interest rates, would cost us about $240,000 to pay off over 10 years. Plus the $50K wedding, plus her spending habits. I'd basically be writing a check for $300,000 to marry her. Next morning, made an appointment with a lawyer. Update 1, the lawyer meeting. Met with Richard, a family law attorney, 2 days after the finance talk. Laid out the whole situation. He didn't even blink. "Richard, let me guess. She sees your income as the solution to her financial problems?" Tale as old as time. "What are your assets?" Told him $340K in investments, $180K in home equity, $90K in 401K, plus my salary, $165K per year. And hers? Me, negative $178K. Actually whistled. "You need a prenup, yesterday." Me, "She'll never sign it." "Then you'll know where you stand. Let me draft something fair but protective." The prenup he drafted was honestly generous. Debts brought into marriage remained separate. Assets from before marriage remain separate. Marital assets split 50-50. If she contributes to paying down my mortgage, she gets proportional equity. Spousal support waived, unless marriage lasts 10+ years. Richard, this is more than fair. It protects you while giving her claim to anything you build together. Me, what if she refuses? Then thank her for showing you who she is. Went home. Ashley was on the couch, laptop open, Pinterest boards everywhere. Ashley, "Babe, I found the perfect venue. It's only $30 for the weekend. We need to talk about something first." Handed her the prenup. Watched her face go from confused to shocked to furious. "Are you kidding me? It's pretty standard, just protects both of us going in." Ashley, "Protects you, you mean? This says I'm responsible for my own debt." "Your debt? Yes. That's not how marriage works. You're supposed to support me." "I'm happy to support you, but I'm not paying for decisions you made before we met." She threw the papers at me. Actually threw them. "I can't believe you'd ambush me with this. After I've given you 3 years. Take some time, have a lawyer look at it. It's negotiable. There's nothing to negotiate. Either you love me or you don't. Stormed out, went to her friend Becca's place. Started the social media campaign immediately, when he shows you who he really is. Some people think love comes with conditions. Realizing I deserve someone who accepts all of me, know your worth. My phone started blowing up. Her friends, her mom, even her cousin in another state. All with variations of, how could you? Update 2, the escalation. Ashley came back 2 days later with reinforcements. Her mom, Linda, and her financial advisor friend, Trevor. Intervention style. Linda, we need to discuss this prenup nonsense. Okay. As someone who understands finances, prenups are really just planning for failure. You're a financial advisor who thinks legal protection is bad? Well, in matters of the heart. What licenses do you hold? I'm still getting certified, but I've been doing informal consulting. So her financial advisor was a guy who watched YouTube videos and gave bad advice to friends. Cool. The point is, you're starting your marriage with distrust. Me, I'm starting it with clarity. Ashley made it clear she expects me to pay her debts, because that's what partners do. Partners don't usually bring $178K in debt and expect the other to pay it while contributing nothing. Ashley, I contribute. I contribute emotional support. I make your life beautiful. My life was beautiful before, and less expensive. How can you be so cold? She chose you. She chose my wallet. That set Ashley off. Full meltdown. Crying, screaming about how I never loved her, how I was throwing away our future over money. Fine. You know what? I'll sign it, but I want changes. Her demands. I pay for the entire wedding since I clearly have the money. Monthly allowance of $3K for her personal needs. I cover all living expenses so her salary goes to her debt. If we divorce, I pay her $50 for each year of her youth she gave me. Me, that's not a prenup, that's a payment plan for a wife. Trevor, don't be crude. Ashley deserves security. She has security, it's called a job. Ashley, this isn't about money. Me, you literally just asked for $36 a year allowance. They left again, but this time Ashley went nuclear on social media, posted screenshots of the prenup, just the parts about separate debt, tagged me, my employer, everyone. This is what 3 years gets you, ladies. A man who sees you as a liability. At I company, this is who represents you. My boss called within an hour. Boss, everything okay? HR flagged some concerning social media activity. Fiancée is upset I want a prenup. Sorry it's spilling into work. Boss. Been there. My first wife did the same thing. The prenup saved me. Stay strong. But Ashley wasn't done. She started reaching out to my family. My mom called confused. Mom, Ashley says you're forcing her to sign away her rights. I'm asking her to be responsible for debt she accumulated before we met. How much debt? Me, $178,000. Long pause. Oh honey, run. Update 3. The retaliation. When the social media campaign didn't work, Ashley tried new tactics. First, she love-bombed me. Came home in lingerie, cooked elaborate meals, acted like the prenup discussion never happened. When I didn't cave, she switched strategies. Started telling mutual friends I was financially abusive. Said I monitored her spending. False, I just stopped paying for everything. Claimed I was hiding assets. False, I showed her everything. Even told people I forced her into debt by making her keep up with my lifestyle. Our friend group started dividing. Some saw through it. Others bought her victim act. Then she did something that crossed a line. She called my sister Rachel, pretending to be concerned about me. Ashley, I'm worried about him. He's become so obsessed with money. Has he always been this way? Was there trauma? Rachel called me immediately. Your fiancé just tried to therapize me into giving her ammunition against you. But the worst part came when I checked my credit report for wedding planning stuff. 3 new inquiries I didn't recognize. Turns out Ashley had applied for credit cards using my information. She had all my details from living together, called the companies immediately, fraud alerts, the whole 9. Then confronted her. Me, did you seriously try to open credit cards in my name? Ashley, they were supposed to be for wedding expenses. You're being so stingy about money. Me, that's fraud, Ashley. Identity theft. It's not theft if we're getting married. What's yours is mine. We're not married, and now we never will be. You don't mean that. I'm done. You need to move out. Ashley, you can't kick me out. I have rights. You have 30 days. Here's the notice. Had already talked to Richard about proper eviction procedure. Handed her the formal notice. Ashley went ballistic, threw things, screamed about how I'd wasted her time, ruined her life, led her on. Then came the threats. Ashley, I'll sue you for breach of promise. For what? Not wanting to pay your debts? Ashley, I'll tell everyone you abused me. I have cameras in the common areas. Try it. That stopped her cold. Yes, I'd installed cameras, legally, in my own home after the first intervention. Best $400 I ever spent. Update 4, the extinction burst. Ashley didn't take the eviction well. First, she tried to squat, saying she didn't have to leave. I had to get Richard involved to explain that yes, she did. Then she tried to take everything she could claim was theirs. The TV we watched together, the coffee maker she used, even tried to take my PlayStation because we played games together. I documented everything, let her take items that were genuinely hers or gifts, stopped her from stealing actual valuables, but the real extinction burst came when she realized I was serious about ending things. She maxed out the credit cards I'd blocked her from, the ones in her name she'd been letting me pay. Went on a massive shopping spree. When the bills came due and I didn't pay them, she panicked. Ashley, the cards are declined. Fix this. Me, your cards? Your problem. Ashley, you always paid them before. When we were together, we're not anymore. Then she made a fatal mistake. Posted on social media about her abusive ex who financially controlled her and was now destroying her credit out of spite. But she got too specific. Mentioned the credit cards, the amounts, even posted screenshots of the bills. One problem, the statements clearly showed the purchases were made after I gave her the eviction notice. My lawyer had a field day. Richard, she just admitted to intentionally running up debt, expecting you to pay it. This is perfect evidence for the identity theft case. See, those credit cards she tried to open in my name? We'd filed a police report. Now she was publicly admitting to a pattern of financial fraud. Her own friends started calling her out. Girl, you spent $5 at Nordstrom after he broke up with you. Why would he pay your credit cards if you're not together? This doesn't sound like financial abuse. Final update, the aftermath. Ashley moved out exactly 30 days later. Had to get her dad Pete to co-sign a studio apartment because her credit was destroyed, her doing, not mine. The engagement ring? She tried to keep it, but legally it was a conditional gift. Got it back through small claims court. The identity theft case was dropped after she agreed to a plea deal, pay restitution, and stay away from me. No jail time, but it's on her record. But the sweetest karma came from an unexpected source. Remember Trevor, the financial advisor? He'd been feeding Ashley terrible advice about her rights and how to hide assets from me. Turns out he was interested in her and thought trashing me would give him a shot. Well, Ashley took his advice about some cryptocurrency investment to rebuild her finances. Lost the last $3,000 she had. Trevor disappeared when she asked him to honor his guarantee of returns. Last I heard through mutual friends, she's working 2 jobs to pay minimums on her debt. Living in a 400 square feet studio, can't get approved for any credit. Still posting about knowing her worth. While selling MLM products, tells people I financially ruined her by not paying her debts. Meanwhile, kept my house, investments, and sanity. Started dating a pediatrician who has her own money and 0 debt. Actually took that Cabo trip, alone, half the price, twice the fun. Learned the value of a good lawyer and security cameras. My credit score is still 820. The funniest part? About 2 months after everything settled, Ashley texted me. I've been thinking, maybe we moved too fast with the wedding talk. Could we try dating again? Start fresh? I responded, can't afford you. Blocked her after that. My buddy James asked if I felt bad about how it ended. Honestly, no. She showed me exactly how she viewed our relationship, as a financial rescue package. The prenup didn't ruin us. It revealed us. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, when someone tells you they see your income as our money, but their debt as their past, run. When they attack you for wanting legal protection, run faster. And when they commit fraud because you won't pay their bills, run straight to a lawyer. Love doesn't mean becoming someone's ATM, and accepting all of someone doesn't mean accepting financial exploitation. Oh, and always get a prenup. Always. Thanks for reading. Going to enjoy my debt-free life now.